Let me ask you, Gab, right? Now, of course, it's way too early to even ask the question, is he the right man? Or how much time do it? It's absolutely nuts to do that, okay? So I won't be asking that question.
Yeah.
But hey, my question to you is, having played, of course, at the very highest level, you've been in dressing rooms with managers.
Yeah.
What I don't get is we've seen it before when Steven Gerrard left Aston Villa, Unai Emery came in, boom, Villa went, shut the league, right?
Yes.
We've seen it with Ranieri when he took over from Pearson. Leicester went on to win the Premier League, okay? Even to a certain extent, in the short time Victor Pereira, isn't it, Wolves manager, has been at the club, all of a sudden, boom, turn. Why haven't we seen any kind of bounce yet at Manchester United?
First of all, I'll say is a lot of the players, I said it a couple of weeks ago, are mediocre. A lot of them can't handle wearing a Manchester United shirt. When I watch them play, Andy, I just look at them and they're hiding from the ball. They're not running at full power. They're not. It's not that they can't handle the pressure. You look at them, Emery, when you come to Aston Villa, you had players that were like, it wasn't working to Steven Gerrard, but manager gives his tactics to take them on board, and they're at it. They trust the manager. Some of these players, he's got all these players on trial, basically, Amorim, and he's looking at all of them, trying different formations, and he'll be writing down and try and get rid of you. He'll have 7 or 8 of them that he wants to get rid of because they're not Manchester United players. They're not a type of player that. Talk about Sir Alex Ferguson earlier and Pep Guardiola. Do you think Alex Ferguson would have even signed any of these players? Done his research on them?
No. And we'll get to that in a minute. But my question is, with the managers I've spoken about, they got a bounce out of the players that they inherited. We haven't seen that at all. We haven't seen that at all yet.
But
why is that?
I don't.
Is 3 at the back maybe not? Yeah. It's been one team, Chelsea, have won the Premier League with 3 at the back.
Yes.
Does it work 3 at the back in the Premier League?
Well, when you watch Manchester United, it doesn't look like it is working at the moment. Not getting enough bodies forward. 3 at the back sort of costs you in the final third. But I just think there's too much change of personnel in the team as well. How can Garnacho get a few games? He's off the bench coming on.
Yeah.
Hoyland's looking frustrated up there on his own, not enough support. Fernandes isn't looking like he can play that role that he's at. Doesn't look quick enough in that role to get out onto the left as well and make things happen. But I just don't think they're good enough, mate. I said it. Diallo, Garnacho, very good players that have got a bright future. Fernandes, I think when he's on it, he's a very good player. The rest of them, mediocre. And I stand by that.
Okay, one player that we haven't mentioned who's not in the squad is Marcus Rashford.
Yep.
Does he need to come back?
What I would say is, before he got frozen out, he wasn't putting in performances, so he's not the answer. Bringing Marcus Rashford back in to a squad of players when he's already said that he wants to start a new challenge, I don't think that's the answer. What he's got to do, and it's going to be very difficult, Andy, he's got to try and get some of these players out. But look at the players that they've brought, man.
How many players do you think United need to get in January?
Oh, well, it's not going to be January or in the summer to get rid of some of these players. Let's start with Sandro Martinez, been poor this season, 47 million. Casemiro, 58 million. Anthony, 79 million. Mason Mount, 53 million. Played a handful of games, injured. Hoyland, 60 million. Battles, but he's not the answer. Xerxes, 35 million. De Ligt, 36 million.
How much was Xerxes?
Xerxes, 35 million. De Ligt, 36 million.
I like De Ligt.
Yeah, but these clubs must be thinking Man United will pay it.
No, you're right.
Happy days.
You're right.
And then
Who's to blame them? Is it go on top of it?
Ugarte, 41 million. Looks okay. Doesn't look like anything special on the ball.
So you're effectively not necessarily pointing the finger at the manager, but the board, the owners that are buying these players and bringing them to the club.
The owners that were allowed Ten Hag. A lot of them players were Ten Hag signings that he wanted to get in. Not good enough for Manchester United. Average.
We'll start with Manchester United. Gabby calls them average at the moment. They look anything but better than average. I think average, you're doing them
Do you know that bad, Andy? That.
Oh, I mean,
if I'm an opposition,
if we're going in with average, that's enough.
If I'm an opposition club,
yeah,
and I don't pick up 4 points against Manchester United, I find that disappointing day.
Okay.
For instance, if your Wolves yesterday didn't pick up the 3 points, you're like, we should be beating Manchester United. They're poor.
Okay.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.